Welcome to Tiny Tidy Tuesday. This is a collaboration with our host, Sunday Dawn from TheHelpfulHome. The playlist with the other lovely ladies that are participating this week in the collaboration will be in the description box along with Sunday Dawn's information. I hope that you enjoy this Tiny Tidy Tuesday, and let's get into it. Okay, so here's another area of the kitchen that's working well for me. We have back here in the corner, have that tucked away, flashlight for emergencies. I really haven't been using my honey, but I do have it tucked back here. I have a larger bottle in the I have a tiny pantry in here. So I've got another bottle that's larger tucked into the pantry. And then I've got my paper towels. Spencer's got his coffee maker. I talked about his coffee stuff being in this bin. This is another area that works really well for him, for us. I had just redone this cabinet up here. Oops. Probably 2 weeks ago for Tiny Tidy Tuesday, so you can see it still looks pretty good. Also, I got that, this had been sitting out in the entry hall because we were using it on one of the outdoor cats, and I moved it back in here. So it's kind of tall, so it doesn't fit up here where the other bottle does, so I just stuck it here. So it's not the best, but anyway, it's supposed to be behind a cabinet door, so it is. And I have been remembering, I went ahead and put Ranger's extra treats up here, and I have been remembering to give them to him most of the time when I give him his eye drop. So he's having to do eye drops for another 3 months total. So I think we're at 2.5 months now, so it's been an extra 2 weeks. So anyway, back to this. So coffee maker, and then I just keep some of these cans sitting here because I give the cats canned food every day, usually just at night. And then this is my little bin. This is working really well for me. I got my new, I have a morning and an evening routine that I mark off. Really, I haven't been even marking off the morning. I've just been doing the evening routine. And so I bought extras when they had the back to school. You can see it's 8 packs instead of 4 packs. So I got 2 of them. So hopefully it'll last me through the year until next back to school. But anyway, this has got Sunshine's medicine. She's got 2 medications she's on. I'm not showing it only because it's got private information on there. This is a supplement that I give the cats. This is really good if your cats have stomach issues. Really, really, really good for stomach issues. Also good for bladder issues. So I have my little scoop because I just only need to give them a tiny little bit. So I just put a tiny little bit in here. Scoop out of here. This is a powder. This is another good cat supplement. If you've got cats and you've got any kind of bladder problems, this is good for them. This is all, it's for joint pain, but it also helps bladder inflammation. So just a little side note for you, if you have cats and you've got bladder problems, many people have cats with bladder problems. We have several that have it. So it's not unusual to have a cat with chronic UTIs or chronic bladder inflammation. So anyway, I'm not going to show Sunshine and Ranger's meds, but they're all in here. They're all tucked away. I've got my cute little, I actually have to do it upside down, but that's my cute little Dollar Tree neon. It's I really like this. Makes me happy because it's neon. Hard to see, but it's pink around this edge. And so I've got it in there, and so that goes there. The scoop goes here. I did end up cleaning this out a few days ago, so it was still working for me, but it was kind of crowded. So I'm going to tuck my pins back here. They're kind of out of sight. And then I've got one of my turtles right here. I've actually got 2 of these. Somebody gave me 2 of the same one. And then a long time ago when I had redone this, I had these stuck in something that wasn't terribly attractive. So I went to my china cabinet and pulled this out, and I've got a good pen. I have to write up here. You can't see, but I've got some sheets of paper up here where I write what I'm doing with Sunshine, make sure I know what I'm doing, to make sure I'm giving her medication correctly every single day because she's got that platelet issue and it is deadly. But anyway, that's what all this, I've got just a regular pen, and then I've got my, these markers that I like, the dry erase that I use on my every day. I can just erase my schedule and start over. So this is all working really well for me. This cabinet has all my, up here, I don't show this because it's got personal information inside this cabinet, but it's got my Lazy Susan that's got all my supplements on it, or as many as will fit on there. Really, they don't all fit on there. and then some of my medications, a lot of over-the-counter medications are on there. And then this that I just showed you that I just cleaned out a couple weeks ago, that on Tiny Tutty Tuesday, that's been working really, really well for me. So it was already working, but we just, I just removed a few things and streamlined a few things, moved things up and down. But anyway, it was already working, but it's working, you know, even better now. So anyway, this whole area of my kitchen is working. All this right here is working great. Now, if I could get rid of all the junk in the rest of my kitchen, I have a bit of a clutter problem in my kitchen, but anyway, we won't harp on that right now. I am still a work in progress. Maybe you're a work in progress too. We can work together on our clutter. So anyway, thanks for joining me for Tiny Tidy. See, I told you I can't always say it. Shout out to my friend Amanda Jane for Mind Your Matters. TTT, we just call it TTT. Ranger wanted to say hi. Say hi, Ranger. So you can see my junk over here. I had to move all this junk out of my way right there so I can show you what's working. This is right here is what's not working, but we're gonna work on it. We're gonna work on it. We're gonna get it better. Let's see if I swing around here. I think you can see Sunshine. Maybe. Where is she? Nope. I think you can see a little bit of her. Hang on. I'll raise this up. There she is. There's Sunshine. All right, guys. Bye-bye. Hey guys, so I'm back from, I showed you a clip of what's working up here. Now I've put stuff in front of here, but I want to show you what I've done sort of off camera because I have medication up in this cabinet right here. I wanted to be careful about what I was showing. So off camera, I did go through my supplements. So if I turn it this way, all of this, I have a big bin that I put stuff into for things that I'm not using right now. So, and actually there's one more thing up here I think I'm gonna stick in there. This is an antibiotic that I ended up not taking. I went to a different ENT when I was having all my issues, and she ended up only giving me a few days worth of antibiotic, which I thought was ridiculous. So, and it's one that tears your stomach up, and most of them don't do that to me. So I just refused to take it, and I waited to see my other ENT. Anyway, long story. I'm finally well, so it doesn't really matter. That a week of that was not going to fix my problem, so I just didn't take it. So anyway, I'm going to hold on to that in case I do feel like I'm sick with something, and can, if I start it soon enough, a few days would probably be okay. So anyway, this is I have a lot of stomach problems. This particular one, this is like a what is this? This is like oh shoot. Pepsid. I'm sorry, my brain's not working. This is like Pepsid, but it doesn't work very well. It's the Sam's one. Of course, because it's cheaper, it does not help me at all. So I get the Walmart one instead, which it makes no sense. Why does the Sam's one not work, but the Walmart one does? I don't know, except that it costs more. So I'm sending these, even though it's open, the people that I take this stuff to the food pantry, they do not care. They will take it. And then I had bought some of these at Sunkist. It was like something I got at Dollar Tree, and I used several packets, and then I just don't really, I have bladder issues. Long story. I have acid issues and bladder issues, and this kind of can stir up because it's strawberry. It can kind of, and it's, anyway, it can kind of, just putting it in my water can kind of stir up my issues. So I'm just giving these, oh, actually that's open. I'm glad I saw that. I'm not giving that away because I was just using a little bit at a time because of my stomach issues, but even that was bothering me. So I'm going to give these 3 away. This is something somebody had given Spencer cough drops and some tea because he was sick during the Passion Play, and so this was in my cabinet. I'm going to ask him what he wants to do with this. This is some of my sugar. I'm not sure why it's, I think I must have taken it on a trip with me or something. So I need to put that up there just with my sugar and just use it up. I'm going to put it back in the, I'm pretty sure it's, I'm going to taste it first, but it looks like it's sugar. I'm going to taste it before I stick it in with the rest of my sugar. So anyway, all of this right here is going to go into this huge bin that I have. So that's all got a place. This, again, to the food pantry. This I'm asking Spencer about. This light, oh, I kind of moved it. Okay, this light has been in my cabinet. It's a battery operated, and I think it's LED. So but it's got batteries in here. So this is a great light for emergencies, but what ends up happening is it's stuck under my bathroom cabinet, and since I'm not using a lamp next to my bed, and since I just cleaned my bedside table off, I think I'm going to use this because it's very light. And the other thing is you can fix it where it's, like right now it's on, you can fix it where it's, that's off, and then one more is auto, and it has this sensor right here, although I'm not sure that it's working. When you come in front of that sensor, it's supposed to come on. It may not be working. It may be that the batteries may be running down. Anyway, but I can turn this like that, just on right before I get ready for bed. And a lot of times Spencer goes to bed before me, but it's not real bright and he won't notice that. So that way he can turn his light off and go to bed. If I'm still, a lot of times I'll forget to take my medicine right before my stomach medicine right before bed, or I'll forget, there's only one or two things I forget to do. I'll forget to give Ranger his eye drop or something. So I'll have to run back and forth. So he's used to me doing that. It's nothing unusual. So anyway, I am gonna try this by the bed and see if I like it, because that other little push button, it's working for me, but I think I'm gonna like this better. So since it's been stuck in a cabinet forever and I do like it, I think I'm just gonna try it for a while. I mean, it's not the most decorative thing. It's got this little handle, so it's not this attractive up here, but it's small, and I like that it's small. I could get a cuter lamp. I'm always afraid my cats are gonna break stuff, and this is plastic. If they were able to turn this over and tear it up, I'm not gonna die over it, but I don't want them walking through glass, obviously. Okay, so when I had finished the video, I had shown, you know, all this is working for me, how great it was, but then what happens is, then I showed the area over here, because I was showing Ranger, and I said, oh, and there's my problem area. So I decided today I'm gonna go ahead and tackle the problem area, so I did. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up so we can look into the cabinet. So I tackled it. So this was so messy. I used tons of supplements, and you can see I have a few actual medications up here, a few RX medications, so I've just sort of covered them up so you can't see my name and stuff like that. Or you know my name, but you know what I'm talking about, private stuff. But see all these supplements, most of the stuff is supplements. I do have, like, I take over-the-counter allergy medicine. There's some acetaminophen up here if I need it. There's some other over-the-counter meds for my stomach and stuff up here. But by and large, all of this is supplements. So I've finally gotten this where it will actually turn, and you can see I actually have an empty spot right here. And that's because I moved this stuff over here that you can't see right now, but I am going to put that stuff away because I'm not using it. So I'm pretty happy about this. That the thing is, it's still not turning great because I think there's just too much weight on the bottom, but it's turning enough that I can use it. And then these two bins up here, I've got flea and tick stuff for, I hardly ever have to use it on the cats, but I do give it to Ranger because he does go outside. With him going in and out, he unfortunately has to have flea and tick stuff. I have a few other things up there I could probably get rid of. I've got Sunshine's extra meds that I store up there. I keep it on hand because, like I've mentioned, her situation can be deadly. So, and I get everything, I order everything. I don't go pick it up. I order it, have it sent here. So because of that, I keep at least a couple boxes on hand for her all the time. So I have a couple boxes up there for her. And there's just some extraneous stuff, so I probably can go ahead. I see some prescription meds in here. I can probably go ahead and move some of this stuff around and get rid of some stuff. So I did actually get rid of quite a bit of stuff. This is going to be working better for me. It looks a lot better, and the thing is actually turning now, so that's good. I do have 2 pill splitters here that I just stuck up here because sometimes they sit right here in this area that I just cleaned up too. And then here are all my supplements. I just filled all these up, and you can see I've got tons of morning supplements that I take every morning. At night, there's not quite as many, but I'm a very supplement heavy person, more supplements than meds. There are a lot of supplements you can use to really help you fight off certain illnesses, no kidding. And like I take some, so my blood sugar won't be so high, so I don't have to take metformin or something like that, because it's not high enough to take metformin yet, but it was sort of trending in that direction. And the doctors don't do anything until you're so bad off you need a drug, and I don't want to take drugs for that. So I take supplements for that. I take supplements for menopause. I take supplements for my immune system because I do have autoimmune issues. So anyway, oh, and this actually goes up in the cabinet too. I just had to sit out here to show you that I just filled all this up. So anyway, this right now is going to work for me. This is the way it's going to look. It's not going to be cluttered up with all that. I had like 4 or 5 other bottles here, but I've gotten them situated now. So they're not sitting out. They're not in my way. They're not bothering me. And I just wanted to to sort of finish up the area, since I did bring that up, and then I showed you Ranger, and I was like, oh, and there's my problem area over to the right there, or over to the left, whichever way. All right, you guys, thanks for joining me. Bye-bye. Bye.